Alright, now this video is going to be all about the war on drugs. So, the war on drugs is a black screen operation. It allows the CIA to bring cocaine from Florida. Well, actually, it's from Cuba to Florida. That's how once Bill Clinton was the governor of Arkansas. That's why there was a big blooming sensation for cocaine. And there's videos of his brother admitting that his brother has, which is Bill Clinton, has a nose like a vacuum cleaner. Now, if we legalize drugs like in certain countries, our violence would go down, our black market would go down. There'd be no drug dealers in America anymore. Um, See, every single drug besides crack cocaine, which everybody knows that was manufactured by the CIA to control the ghettos, and marijuana is medically proven to cure cancer. I already said it in a video, but I'm gonna say it again. It's medically, you can cure cancer with marijuana. You can make. We wouldn't. How are we going to go green in this country without the actual marijuana plant? Because the marijuana plant, we would be able to save trees. We can use it for paper, hemp, clothes, lotions, shampoos, soap, food. There's just so many uses for marijuana. Cocaine is a painkiller. The dentists used that. I think it was before Novocaine came out, or they discovered Novocaine. MDMA, which is the an ingredient in ecstasy, is actually good for people like myself who has PTSD, post traumatic stress disorder, because it releases the endorphins and you're not anxious anymore. Your mood is uplifted. You won't have any more depression. Now, meth, I don't really think methamphetamine, that's another manufactured drug by the CIA. I don't think meth has any use. I'm not very sure about heroin because I've never experimented with heroin, so I can't tell you if there is a medical use. I'm pretty sure there is. Um, but if you think about it, the war on drugs, they would never legalize drugs because it makes them money. First of all, it gives them a budget for the war on drugs. It allows them to arrest American citizens. It lets them to be in the penal system. That's more money for the prison systems. Um, and the war on drugs to me is a fucking fake because every it shouldn't matter if you want to get high. It shouldn't matter if you want to snort a little coke here and there. Or there's a word called in not indulgence. Yeah, indulgence, not overindulgence. Sorry, I keep snorting. It's like over not yeah. Oh, I've seen people who go out and party overseas, and cocaine is not the the time of the party. They'll do a couple lines and then they go out and have a couple drinks. And then there was a bunch of videos where there was a bunch of videos where on the war on drugs where people were killing themselves on ecstasy because you can't take an ecstasy pill and then go out to a club and drink alcohol. Ecstasy actually makes you dehydrate. You're supposed to drink water and orange juice with it because it enhances the effects. And I know the government knows this, and it's funny because the government is so anti-drugs. But if you look at most politicians, they already admitted to smoking pot. They've admitted of cocaine use. There's cocaine use running rampant in the United States of America, especially in the White House. I mean, politicians, the Senate, the Congress, lawyers, judges. I mean, I knew. I'm gonna not mention names. I lived with a big, humongous cocaine dealer before. He he had a lot of money, and he used to go to clubs and actually sell cocaine to judges, lawyers, doctors, and it's because cocaine only stays in your system so maybe for the most part 5 days, if that. Most of the time it's already gone. That's why we can see crackheads and cokeheads working as social workers, and people who are advocates of marijuana, like myself, who wants to smoke weed can't because it takes you $30 30 days to get out of your system, which is ridiculous. I mean, if we legalize drugs and sell it like tobacco, all right, we have a limit. You're only a limit to buy an 8 ball a day, or limit how much heroin you can buy, or if you have control on the drug itself, there'll be no overdoses. You know what I'm saying? And you've never ever seen somebody overdose on marijuana because it's impossible. You have to smoke half your body weight. I weigh 180 pounds, so that means I would have to smoke 90 pounds of marijuana. That's impossible. That means you'd have to smoke and smoke and smoke. You might think you're dead for a second. You just fall asleep and wake up hungry. I mean, there's only three effects: hungry, horny, happy, and that's it. I mean, I just don't get the war on drugs. I do believe all drugs should be legal because that would free up so much of our capital money that goes towards drug research or anti-drug commercials, or the only person we spent billions and billions and billions of dollars for the war on drugs just to arrest an actor who's a pothead named Thomas Chong. And to me that was disrespectful, and I don't understand how. And all right, drugs are illegal, but see, you see these causes cancer. They want us to die. You know why? Because that's more money for doctors. That's another thing to make money off of. The war on drugs, like I said, is a farce. I don't believe the war on drugs. I believe that every drug should be legal as long as they're moderated. If you come in like fucking blitz off your mind and you want to buy some more heroin, they shouldn't allow you. Overseas, they know that people do what they do, and they sell heroin needles and just regular needles in a vending machine that are clean. So they know that you do it, and if they said, well, hey, if you do it, at least be safe about it. I mean, it just blows my mind that, and it still blows my mind that marijuana is on a Schedule One classified drug, saying there's no medical use. Every drug had a medical use once upon a time before it became illegal. And if you don't believe me, you can just look up the history of drugs itself. And I think, and if they would legalize drugs, they should get away with the drug tests, because I don't believe that it's right, because of a person like myself, that I have to clean up my system or worry about traces of marijuana just to get a job, knowing that I could have smoked at a party like a month ago and it's still in my system. To me, that doesn't make any sense. But yet, a crackhead who smokes crack every day can go out and be sober for like 2 or 3 days, and then they go get a high-paying job that pays $16 an hour and does construction. And leave your comments about this, because this is a very, very important topic in our country right now, and Obama won't touch it. Joe Biden will mislead, or he won't talk about it. They had Alec Baldwin one day arguing with the guy from High Times magazine. To me, it's ridiculous. I've wrote school papers when I was on cocaine. I've never robbed anybody for drug money. I never had an addiction to any drugs I've ever experimented with, and they're not what they tell you. They tell you you're gonna die or any of that stuff. I mean, yeah, you can overdo it, but as long as you don't overdo it, you're gonna be fine. I mean, I can't think of the comedian who said who talked about drugs, but he said that he did drugs, he loved them, and then he quit, and he still loves them. And he was said who says that? He does, because I mean it really is the truth. Once you think about it, that makes so much money on the war on drugs. It's billions and billions and billions of dollars, but we're in debt. Now, if we can control them, or just sell them like cigarettes do, why are they legal? They know that it kills them. They know it kills us. You know, it kills every human being who does smoke cigarettes. To me, it's just ridiculous. And like I said, the war on drugs is just. I mean, they experimented with acid. The government has. The government, the best marijuana you can get is called G13. And the reason why it's called G13 because it was in a grow room, G13 in Boston, Massachusetts, in the University of Boston, Massachusetts. So, I mean, so we need to legalize all drugs. Legalize all drugs and just have a certain amount of standards about that. If we do, we'll see rehab going down. We'll see police arrests for drugs go down. That means the police force can focus on rape, murder, pedophiles, and the actual real problems in our country instead of drugs. So this is what I'm going to leave you with. I'm about to sign off of here. Just leave me your comments. Go ahead and view this. This title is going to be called "The War on Drugs." Remember to add me as a friend on Facebook. My name is Brett Wayne Packmeyer. Also, please add me on my group, which is called Humans Are Blind. Thank you very much.